welcome back to StoneMagpie channel. Thank you for joining me here again. Following the unboxing video I did of the Josephine Wall picture, I've now rethought how I'm going to kit it up. If you didn't catch that video, please see the link here and go there and have a little look at that. Here I have the list of all the colours that are included in that kit, 250 colours in all. So my first top tip for you is to actually photocopy these pages. I've got 3 different pages. Photocopy those, and the reason for that is because then you can scribble on the copies to categorise each symbol. And by doing that, it means you're not spoiling your original sheets just in case you want to start again or use them for something else. So you'll probably see all my scribblings that I have categorised each and every symbol. I did it by looking at what they were and just thinking, well, that looks like an arrow, that's an arrow. So I did the obvious ones first, and then I went back. So for example, I thought, what can I call this? I contemplated dots, but then some didn't seem to be very dotty, so I ended up calling it math, and by that I could put the pie chart in as well under math. So do the obvious symbols first, then go back and see what's left, because you don't want too many categories. I decided not to colour coordinate whatsoever. Sorry if you can hear my dog scratching in the background. And then what I did, once I'd got all of that list, I then did a tally chart, and that was to see how many of each category I had in the kit. So that was the next step. Monty, stop scratching. Sorry about that. And at this point, I then made some holders out of little sandwich tubs. So I've got 5 of those, and I cut some cardboard out with the headings on for each category. And then I started sticking the stickers onto each little baggie. I've done about half of these in each little pot. There's about, different amounts in each one. And what was happening, I found, was I've got quite a lot in items. In items, I'm going to end up with 50 different bags. I haven't got them all in here yet, but with the cardboard, you can probably see they slip through. So I thought, as it gets full and as I'm using them, they're going to start getting mixed up together. So I'm afraid I've had to have a rethink, and instead of keeping them in the baggies, which would have been the most cost-saving idea, I guess, I was trying to think, if you didn't have storage yourselves, do you really want to buy enough storage for 250 colours? So I'm going to have to bin this idea because it just doesn't work. I'm going to pop it to the side. And what I did is I usually use these Tic Tac boxes. So I've had to repurpose these. So I already had these 2. I've got 8 of these altogether. So I kitted down, restructured my storage bits. You can see all the old stickers on this one. Each of these has 64, so I've got 2 of those. And then I thought, well, I still don't have enough storage in those 2 for all of the colours. So I did go on to Amazon and I purchased these. Now these are teeny tiny. If I can do a comparison, these are the Tic Tac boxes and these are the new boxes. But in this pack, I actually got 5 of these sizes. So altogether there's 140 little tiny pots. They are stuck together, which I'm not a great fan of, but I thought, do you know, it's worth a go because all of these pots were only £15.99, whereas I pay £13.99 for one of those. And another thing that drew me to these is that they're colour coordinated. So what I was thinking, I was trying to lift a lid, probably there we go, I've got a good click to them. I'm just hoping, because I've heard before about these things coming undone and then mixing all the diamonds and all sorts of disasters going on. Anyway, let's hope that doesn't happen. So what I thought was, with the different categories, I'm going to try and colour coordinate so that they hopefully have their own colour. Okay, so at this point, I looked at my list and I've tried to work out, so I've got 2 lots of 64 and 5 lots of 28, because these each have 28 boxes. I've looked at the amounts down the side, what each one has, so I thought, okay, the biggest number are going to be in the 64 boxes, so that's arrows and items. And then I decided to put the biggest amounts in here and see what was left over. So I've worked out what's going to have what. Now, unfortunately, there are 7 colours in these boxes of 28, but I have more than 7 categories. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 altogether. So I'm going to have to duplicate some of the colours for others. So for example, tech, having 24 boxes, I might do as the clear colour. So I will have 4 of the clear colour left over. So I might use those, for example, for the moon, because I would need 4 moon. And I'm hoping it works out that it's obvious when I do it. As you can see, I'm not that quite there yet because I wanted to explain what I tried with my little tubs and baggies first. So I'm going to start kitting up and I might well give you an update once I've done that. Okay, so bye-bye for now. Hello, right, we're all kitted up, hurrah. I actually don't mind the kitting up process when I'm starting a new project. However, with so many colours, what you need to probably bear in mind is that, say a normal diamond painting has 40 colours, it's a bit like kitting up 6 kits all at the same time, and that's how it feels. So it did take me a long time, a couple of evenings, but I wanted to cut down the labels a little bit so they fit, etc. So that took a bit of extra time. Okay, what I've done is, if I start showing you each box, box 1 is the transparent box, and I've put on labels on the outside to show what categories are inside. Thought that might be useful. And then inside I've put labels for each column or thereabouts. So I've worked it down the ways so that these labels could be stuck on, because I couldn't work out how to do it across. But that's fine. I think it'll work. Also, because these are all clear little tubs, for the arrows, all of the lids are pointing downwards. Don't know if you can see that very clearly. With nature, they're pointing upwards. And with transport, they're back down to going downwards, although that's a nature one on the end, because I needed the extra space. So that's how I've decided to do it. So that's box 1. Box 2 again is a transparent box with the categories on the outside and inside. And these are quite fun little symbols for items. They're a little tap, a bed, I've got a castle, spanner, a little spaceship and a pram, so they're quite fun. And then I've got body parts down this side, like a little hand. And again, I've done the lids pointing downwards for items and upwards for body. So I'm hoping that works okay. And then we go on to the colour coordinated tubs, which I do like. The first box has lines and a question mark. I thought, I didn't really know what they were, so we'll have a question mark category. Again, I've got the labels at the top, and these are all in 4s. But I've managed to do purple for lines and pink for the question mark. But I had to use pink as well for that one, that end lines. So that's how I've done that one. The next box is tech type symbols and moon. So we've got headphones and video, a Wi-Fi sign, and then the 4 moons. Next box are letters, a U shape and numbers. And I've got some spare ones in here as well. Next box keeps going. We've got squares and cards and maths I've put together. So squares are things that have a square shape, even if they're not complete squares. And cards are things like the club sign and the spade, and maths, boxes and pie charts. So that's how I've done that. I've got a spare column here, which is actually really good. So when I'm doing the diamond painting, I find a symbol that I just cannot remember what category I've put it in, I might actually make a new one. We'll see as I go along anyway. But these little tubs I'm quite impressed with. I'm hoping that they're good to use when I'm actually diamond painting. I've got circle and crosses as the next, and again I've got a empty column as well. Because they're all attached, they seem to open reasonably well. They take a bit of opening, which I guess is quite a good thing, because we don't want them all to spill out. So I'm hoping that they're good to use. They're quite cute little containers, and it has meant that it's quite compact. They all fit on top of each other. I don't know if you can see that clearly on my desk, but you know, let me see if I can move my camera away just slightly. Sorry if I wobble. But I've got like a tower of quite a compact, there's 140 colours here, so I think that's quite good. I do want to show you, I'll just move my camera back down, the sheet of paper that I used whilst I was kitting up. I think I showed you before how I'd written each category down the side. When I came to box them up, what I did, I went down every number in order. And that was to keep track of where I was up to. And you can see I've crossed some out and I've circled some. If all of the colours fit into the box, I've crossed the number out. If they didn't, I've put S for spares and circled it, so that I know that in this bag I've got all of the extra colours that I couldn't fit into each tub. I think that's just a practice that I do with using spares diamonds in my projects when I make my own charts, etc. I've just got used to writing when I've got more packets so that I can keep track of where I am and if I'm running out. So I've done the same with this as well. So that is me now kitted up and ready to go. That's exciting. I don't think there's anything that I necessarily need to tell you about the kitting up. That's just how I've done it. They're just ideas. If you are taking on a larger project, you'll probably have your own way of categorising the symbols and working it out, but if you're watching this video, it might just give you a good starting point. So, right, I'm hoping to start diamond painting tomorrow evening. I'm going to start doing weekly updates to show where I am with it. So if you're interested in that, please do subscribe, click the notification bell, and I'll see you then. All right, take care. Bye for now.